Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Now, I'm an atheist, and I believe the true holiday is really solstice. But part of my holiday spirit is to celebrate with all of you, whatever your holidays are, your winter holidays, making it through the winter, just past solstice. Summer's on its way now, the days are getting longer. All right, well, I'm going to talk about ideas being like RNA. What could be more of a Christmas subject than that? Okay, so first of all, little quick reminder, DNA is a stored and stable solution. It's like encrypting it and putting it on a backup of a hard drive or something like that. The actual thing that's useful is the RNA, which is half of that strip, right? So it's made into a whole strip to like preserve it. But when it's used, it has to be gotten into the RNA form, and that RNA form is straightened out into a tape, and it runs through, a transposer that uses that tape as a program, right? Like a little program that creates a protein. And proteins are little machines and devices and tools that the body uses. Remember, this is a show. All right, now the proteins are everything, the little vesicles, antibodies, um, you know, motor proteins, absolutely all the little machines of life. They're proteins, and these RNA are the programs that run through inside a cell, inside the highly packed and organized, water matrix with the chemicals in it. It runs this RNA program through a protein that is specifically made to run the RNA strands as programs that produce proteins that are little robots or at least little shapes. What is it, Daisy? Something very important is happening. Okay, so you have DNA as a packaging mechanism. In a cell, you've got some little protein that goes into the nucleus, which is highly packed. I showed this before. It's highly wound up and packed so that it fits inside the cell. And little librarian proteins can go in there, cut out a little snip of the chapter they need, right? And then they produce the protein as a strip of amino acids. That's the program generates a strip of amino acids, and then it has to be folded just right. There's billions of wrong ways to fold it, but it gets folded just right, and then you have a little robot or something, which is analogous to an idea. Okay, so in a healthy mind, well, let's start off with a healthy cell. So there on the right, down there, is a healthy cell. Might be hard to see. Maybe I should make it bigger. Uh-oh. Let's just do it this way. This is the RNA right there. See my mouse? This is the RNA. It's brought out of the DNA by this little librarian protein and put into the cell where it's going to be used as a program. And I'm saying that's one-to-one analogous to the mind, where you have a worldview that's analogous to the DNA. Your ideas as stored, they're not in action. Probably something in the real world causes whatever the librarian idea is to go in and get that particular idea, brings that idea out. Now, in the case of RNA, it creates proteins. In the case of the mind, running this idea in the mind, like running the RNA program, running the program that is the idea, like that this or that kind of thing is happening at the moment, that creates behaviors. In the case of the RNA, it creates proteins. Proteins are behaviors because proteins are the little biological units that go and do things. They transfer chemicals, they fight invading, their antibodies and fight invading their enzymes, and they break starches down into sugar, and they're all of these different little active chemicals, and those are analogous to, with the mind, the body's behavior, actions. And this is where mind viruses and regular viruses come into play. The RNA can be inserted from outside, and the cell will start copying that and creating proteins programmed by the virus RNA. And in the mind, you can get an idea from outside, and it does the same kind of thing. It goes into your mind, and your mind just takes the idea and starts running that program, and it creates behaviors or proteins, or virus behaviors. And these spill out all over the world, spreading the contagion. Now, I'm going to add, how can you protect yourself from this? Well, it's your desire. When you create a great philosophy that you just love, there's a desire to spread that. Other people should know that. I want validation and acknowledgement of my good idea, and I expect people, they're terrible, belligerent jerk faces if they don't accept it. That's you spreading your idea. But if an idea is truly great and useful, then you can use it yourself. It can prove its worth to you without anybody else in the whole universe being convinced. You yourself use it. Like an idea that you know how to fix a car, you don't have to convince other people that this is how to fix a car. You might be doing them a favor and helping a brother and a sister out by sharing it, sure. However, for it to be useful, that's not necessary. You can just use it yourself. The viral ideas never think of things that way. The first most important thing is to spread it. Whether it's accurate or not, whether it's helpful to you as an individual, that has a million excuses about why that doesn't matter. And the most important thing is to spread it. So on Facebook, if somebody sends you a meme that says, share if you think blah, 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 I know who won't, blah, 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 that's a viral load. Whether it's a good idea or not, inside the package, one of those that I see a lot is, share if you agree that homeless vets should be helped before refugees. And it's like, they're not saying they want to do anything about the homeless vets. They're saying share if empty statement. It's purely viral, right? Now, you might not fall for that kind of thing, share if on Facebook, but when you create your own ideas and all you want to do is share and have other people agree with you, that's the viral side of philosophy. And you might think that's good. I want to create a viral idea. Well, you're a fucking virus generator then. You're probably infected, because a healthy human mind doesn't want to spread viruses. Merry Christmas.